What's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy, Doc Holiday, and we're back with another HBCU OverDrive live stream. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you, one, like the stream. Make sure also that you comment and also share it with your people. But most importantly, most of all, subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the hottest HBCU podcast that's out there right now on YouTube. And we are on 3 platforms: YouTube, also on Twitter, and on Facebook Live. So if you can't catch me on YouTube, you can catch me on either one. If you don't want to do too much as far as going in and looking at Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. So I'll be on there. But first and foremost, let me create this banner. Sorry, y'all have to excuse me. But I'm gonna go ahead and congratulate myself on getting up to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. Getting to 1,000 subscribers. What's going on, Mr. Rasdale? Happy New Year to you. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to tell everybody Happy New Year to everybody. Like I said, I congratulate myself on getting 1,000 subscribers. I haven't been able to pretty much haven't been able to kind of get that going, but I'm pretty much proud of myself at how I got this thing going, how I got it started, where I came from. What's up, Dewan? Mr. Jameson? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Way too cool. Happy New Year. So man, just want to congratulate trying to get 1,000, get 1,000 subscribers. We are at 1160 now. So make sure we try to get to 1,200, and then after that, our main goal is to get to 1,500. So we're trying to grow this platform all together. And as always, I got my co-host in here when he comes up. What's going on, Miss Mo? Happy New Year to you. How you doing, Mr. Ford? Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. Good. So I'm just congratulating myself, trying to get out, getting us 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And we got some stuff going on down the pipeline. So the first thing I got going on is we are, like I said, this channel is monetized now. So that was my main goal for trying to get to the 1,000 so we monetize the channel, but also try to make sure that we get all that content, all the history about HBCUs, and give it to the people and try to put it out there. So the first thing I did, so today's show is this is how it's going to be done. So the viewers, all you viewers that's watching the show, you ask questions. You ask us the questions using Super Chat. You could, however much you want to put on there is it doesn't bother me one bit, but however much you want to use, you want to put on there, that will be the best thing, and we will answer the questions that you put in on the Super Chat. Basically, this is another way to raise the money and stuff like that, because this not only just goes to basically in my pocket. But this goes towards doing different things with the channel. Um, and the second thing I just rolled out and I just finished doing it is we are doing memberships. And unlike other people, I'm not gonna hit you upside the head with memberships like that. As far as the price is gonna be $4.99. That's it, that's all. So that is the price for the that would be the price for the memberships. And you basically everybody we get all the you get all the perks that go with the with the memberships, knowing when the show comes on, knowing when I go on live, anything that you get everything early, anything that gets to get me to get y'all to come in and be on the show and stuff like that, or participate in the show. That's how that's how we're doing it now. And hopefully later on down the line too, I'm probably trying to do some sweatshirts and some shirts with the HBCU OverDrive logo on it for people that wants to get a shirt. And pretty much that's what it is. That's what we're doing for this year, for the new year. So today's show is basically I took it off of First Take. Anybody wants to come in and be that moderator, you are more than welcome to do that. But like I said, you as the viewer would ask all the questions. So if you have any questions, just put it in the super chat. That basically it raised money for the channel. You don't have to worry about doing what's the Cash App, where at least I know where this is going. So that's pretty much how we're gonna do it for today. But if anybody wants to answer the question first before they do the super chat, they are more likely to go ahead and answer and put it in the chat. I don't see too much, like I said, it's however you want to put, however much you want to put down, that's how we're gonna, that's how we do it for this show today. And I want to do it for every show, but it'll just be for this show today. But how's it going, Mr. Ford? Yeah, you enjoy your New Year so far?
Yeah, I just finished watching Utah and Penn State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of football.
So Utah just lost too, right?
Yeah, Penn State blew them out. They had that air attack. They had that play action type offense. We're running the football, and when Utah would try to bring them safeties up to the box, they would hit them deep.
Oh yeah.
Because really, the Big Ten has gotten killed in this year's bowl games. Ohio State is out. Michigan's out. Purdue got embarrassed by LSU.
Yep. Yeah. So first of all, I'm gonna give congratulations to TCU.
Oh yeah, that's a big shocker, man.
I'm gonna congratulate TCU, and the reason why I'm gonna congratulate TCU because they say TCU couldn't do it because they're playing a Big Ten school, Michigan.
Right.
Now, let's go back into history, y'all. TCU just not too long ago, probably about 12 years ago, just beat a Big Ten team in Wisconsin who had JJ Watt and a couple of other players that's on that same team.
Right.
And it wasn't a blowout, but beat them. It was a close game. Now, what I seen on Saturday against Michigan, that defense, that defense, what I saw, it was the defense what I saw for TCU. I don't like them playing at, I don't like teams playing at 33, that 3-3-5 defense because
Yeah,
it
yeah,
it it tortures, it offense can torture you.
yeah.
But the
Plus, it
way
gives a natural crease for the running game.
right, right. But when you look at this and you see how this played out, it basically was like the ends were big enough, but they was also fast. They were slanting, and basically they played gaps. They played the gaps. Like the nose guard was basically playing the gaps, was playing the center. He was basically getting double team. Um, you see, and basically you see how the linebackers flow to the ball,
Right, they
especially
do an outstanding job. But the main thing was that those defensive linemen played a good game. Even though it was only 3 defensive linemen,
yeah.
they played a great game. And like you said, because they played a great game and sacrificed themselves, that allowed the linebackers to come up and field.
Mm-hmm.
But that front three they was on. They were on. Because I just felt before the game, I said, you know what, Michigan what that big offensive line they got, they gonna run over TCU. Plus, the whole thing about the TCU, about the Big 12 is that they don't play no
They
defense,
play
and
no defense.
they don't play. That's what everybody say. They don't play no defense, so they shouldn't be taken seriously. They score 1,000,000 points, but they can't stop nobody.
So then now now, hey Mario, I'm gonna be honest with you on this right here. I'm gonna be honest with you on this. The rest did cheat when they took that TD away because he was down when he caught that ball. Now you should have got it. Now. Don't get me wrong, it should have been a touchdown, but you had it was a 1 yard dive that you needed to take. You couldn't get it. Your running back fumbled
Yeah,
in the zone.
yeah,
So basically, you fumble in the end zone. You can't. That didn't knock the momentum because the momentum got knocked when after the second interception that that McCarthy threw. That was the whole thing. That was your momentum change right there. Once they got up to 19 points, it's in a sense for Michigan, it's hard for you to come back because the way that Jim Harbaugh built that team and is the way that he did it when he was in San Fran, is the way he said he did the same thing at Stanford. He's built the team based off of straight power running.
yeah. He
So
just didn't have the superstar quarterback. He had Luck at Stanford, and he had what's that brother's name that did the knee? Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick when he was in
Colin
San Fran.
Kaepernick, yeah. The only thing Michigan really, they don't have that show enough NFL type quarterback. That guy's okay and he plays hard, but I don't know if he's like a superstar, like the Luck kid and like Kaepernick now.
Mm-hmm. But the way it was, the way I'm gonna look at it though, from the Fiesta Bowl, Michigan could have won that game.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
My wife talking about, she said no, they weren't gonna win it, but no, but they had TCU did give them chances to win that game, and they didn't capitalize on it.
Yeah, this is a big win for the big.
Uh-oh.
So this is a big win, not just for TCU, but for the Big 12.
Yeah.
Because they come in, and nobody, they can say what they want. ESPN was behind it. You come in and snatch out the 2 biggest money makers. You snatch out Oklahoma. You snatch out Texas, and then basically tell the league, you on your own, or if you go out, it don't matter. And I mean, it was some really behind the door type stuff done to the Big 12 and to their members. But this is a big win for TCU to be in the national championship, because really they want to monopolize that with Big Ten and the
The
SEC. That's who
SEC.
they want in that.
So it's just a sense like TCU, like I said, kudos to him, kudos to them and Coach Sonny Dykes. So
Yeah, Sonny Dykes is one of them coaches that came up the hard way. He came all the way from high school to a Power 5 school. He's not a celebrity, but he really wanted to beat Michigan, for the conference.
For the
Because you
conference.
could tell he knows what was going on now.
So Sonny Dykes, if people don't know, his dad was the head coach at Texas Tech, Spike Dykes.
Yeah,
back
Spike
in the day.
Dykes.
Back in the days when Lloyd Hill was a receiver, Robert Hall was a quarterback, Bam Morris,
Yeah.
I would say Zebby Lethridge, but Byron Hanspard.
Yeah, remember Byron. I think Byron came to the Falcons, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember he tore up his knee down there, I think.
Yeah. So we talked about this guy. He's a coach's kid. So
yeah,
he's been grown for this, and then he took the job at Louisiana Tech, made them into a group of 5 contender, and then what he did, he gets over to SMU, turns SMU around. After SMU had Chad Morris. Chad Morris couldn't get the job done at SMU. He gets to SMU, he turns them around, and within a year or two, and then guess what? Guess who calling on the doorstep? TCU.
TCU. They got rid of Garrett Patterson, wasn't it?
Garrett Patterson, in which, like I said, Garrett Patterson deserves all the credit too for TCU for the way that they are, because he's been doing it for 20 years, and he's been doing it with less than stellar talent. And he knows what he's doing as far as with the talent, with the talent goes.
Yeah.
So he's now, Sean, I'm gonna get to that too. But he's gonna, Coach Patterson he's gonna get another head of coaching job.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Don't know where
this guy with TCU's getting ready to get a flood of talent. Man, with them being in the national championship, they gonna get some big time athletes down there. Now that's Fort Worth or that's Dallas?
Fort Worth.
Man, there's gonna be some boys finna get ready to come to Fort Worth.
Oh, they been coming to Fort Worth. They come from Oak Cliff. They come from South Dallas. They come from Fort Worth. They East Texas, in Houston. They get them from everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Sonny Dykes, he can coach. Like, he can coach.
Yeah, Dykes gonna do a great job, man.
Second game was Georgia and Ohio State, which was a great game.
Yeah, that was a classic.
That was a classic game.
Yeah, that was classic.
Who would have thought that Marvin Harrison's son, his seed, is almost as good as him?
Oh yeah, he's tough. He can go, man. But Ohio State has a legacy of great wide receivers lately. They got some good big time wideouts, man. And that quarterback, he's definitely first round. He's gonna be first round.
And he's gonna be first round. He ain't nothing but a freshman, so
CJ Stroud or something, isn't it?
CJ Stroud, he might stay, but I don't know if he might stay, but I know I'm gonna get to him in a little bit.
Yeah, he can do it. Where's he from?
CJ Stroud is from California.
Well, he play. Yeah, he's big time, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's big time.
And then you got Georgia. That's just Georgia. Don't even. It's like they don't have they have a quarterback. He just a solid play caller. And
he improved from last year because all he did last year was hand off the ball. But what they got now, Georgia has talented players, but they're inexperienced. Now this team is not as good as last year. Last year's team was dominant. This team here, they play together and everything, but they're not as strong as that team he had last year. That was a really strong team he had last year.
Yeah, and the player of the game was the kicker hooking the ball
Yeah,
to the
yeah. But
left.
Stroud brought him back.
He brought him back.
Yeah, man, I just saw a thing today. The Atlanta area made $786 million off of that game.
What?
Yeah. They said, man, all the rest, man, they said Ohio State was here. They were here, man. I didn't go downtown, but I talked to some of my relatives who went down. They said they were all up and down Peachtree, Piedmont, with all that Ohio State stuff on. But they, Channel 11 reported that $786 million was made.
Man.
Because they said the average Ohio State person came, they stayed 4 or 5 days. They were
Oh
here.
yeah, they was there. They've been there for almost a week.
They were here almost a week.
Let's see. The next game, the Sean just hit me up. I had just watched it earlier when I was at work. USC versus Tulane. Now
USC got to get some defensive player, defensive coordinator. Because one thing is now you take a team like Tulane, they ain't spending half the money that Southern Cal is spending on football, and they stuck with Southern Cal. Listen, Lincoln Riley got to go get some defense. Yeah, you can high fly and you got the Heisman Trophy winner, but you ain't got nothing for a front seven. You ain't got no linebackers. You ain't got no defensive lineman. That's ridiculous. You the best known football program in the state of California, and there's 38 million people out there. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, they got to go get some. They got to get a front seven. It was just terrible, man.
Yeah, but ain't no way. Like, 'cause to me, you're like when I checked it, they were USC was up 42-30.
Yeah, but I saw that something like that too. But now, one thing we got to give, just like you just gave credit to that Dykes, to Sonny Dykes, you got to give credit to Willie Fritz now. Willie Fritz is a good coach. He's a solid coach. That guy at Tulane. They actually wanted him here in Atlanta at Georgia Tech, but Tech doesn't want to spend the money. That's why they didn't get him, and they decided to keep that interim.
Yeah. But like you said, with that defense, Tulane was gashing them up the middle and on the sideline. Like they couldn't. It was like that running game. They couldn't stop that running game.
They got Southern Cal got to do better than that. Southern Cal actually is a blue blood of college football. Southern Cal is right up there with Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, those schools like that. You know, there ain't no way they supposed to be getting beat by nobody like no Tulane. Tulane is what we call, that's a group of 5 school. That's not even a Power 5 school.
And it's a private school too.
That was embarrassing today. But like I said, he's got to do something about that defense. I mean, that's paper tissue. That defense they got, that front seven is paper tissue. They know better. Like I said, you in the state of California, it's 38 million people out there. You know good and well you can get better players than that. I've seen the day when Southern Cal, everybody on the defense would get drafted. Everybody on the defensive and offensive line get drafted high. Because they go through California getting the best kids. I don't know what's going on out there. Yeah, he got to do better now. He got to recruit the state. Listen, these people from Georgia will go to Los Angeles. You hear me? They'll go to Southern Cal. Them people in Florida, they'll go to Southern Cal. Them people in Texas, they'll go to Southern Cal.
Yeah.
You go into Pennsylvania and Ohio trying to get out that cold weather, they will go to Los Angeles. Believe me.
Yeah, they can get the players. They can get.
I don't know. It was just embarrassing today. I was terrible. You know, I grew up watching O.J. Simpson when I was a kid. Man, we loved Southern Cal from back in the '60s.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just looking at it, I was like, man, they was killing them, and you had to leave. Now, another player that I saw that's a Hall of Famer son was Brendan Rice, Jerry Rice's son.
Yeah,
he was balling today too.
Right now, he was with who?
Southern Cal.
Okay, what now? He wide out or what is it?
Wide receiver, just like his daddy.
What was his number?
I forgot what his number was, but shoot, he was pretty much balling too because their top receiver is out, was
Yeah,
out.
Addison.
But
Yeah,
he what was it? He basically is preparing for the draft.
yeah, Addison. He got that big NIL deal. That's why because he actually was with he was in Pat Narduzzi's program with the Pitt Panthers, and
Right.
he took the NIL and went to Southern Cal. But listen, with that offense they got coming back to Southern Cal, they got to do something about that defense. If they get that defense straightened out and get that front four, that front seven right,
Mm-hmm.
they could play for the national championship. They got the quarterback.
Yeah.
They got the hardest part. They got the offense.
He had 6 receptions for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That was Rice's son?
Uh-huh.
Woo. Oh, man. Damn.
Yeah, man. So he came out, he was balling today.
Yeah. Now what's his classification?
His class is junior. He transferred in from Colorado.
Oh, he was at Colorado?
Yep.
Damn. So that means he played for Colorado Rail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So he played for Calderell. I guess he read the writing on the wall.
Yeah, he must have read the writing. You ain't kidding. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And I'm gonna give a shout out to Caleb Williams too because he had 462 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Oh, he's the truth, man. He gonna turn the NFL out. If he gets with the right people, he gonna turn the NFL out.
And he coming back next year.
Yeah. Now the team that I wish could get him would be somebody like that's got a good team. They just need a quarterback. Would be the Indianapolis Colts. They just need a quarterback. They got everything else. They just don't have no quarterback.
They need a lot of things. They need a head coach first and foremost.
Yeah, they got what's the name is the interim, isn't it Jeff Saturday?
Yeah.
They saying Jeff coming back next year.
Man, he don't need to come back. He need to take coaching lessons. Like
I know, but see, Jeff is the owners. They're the drinking buddies. He and Earl say, they drink together.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, they drink together.
So this game, the Bills and Bengals game is suspended in the first quarter right now. Yeah, DeMar Hamlin collapsed on the field. So,
okay,
that's what they was telling me about to read my messages in there.
Oh, okay. Now, what happened?
I think they said they had to give him CPR.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's and they said both teams just they had to leave out the field. So you already know that was.
Yeah. You know what that is. Yeah, that's serious.
It's
serious. I saw a little bit of before I came back here. It was Joe Burrow had hit one of them kids for, he's on right now. He's looking good. The other kid is kind of floating a little bit. Josh Allen?
Mm-hmm.
He got to kindle his greatness that he had at the beginning of the season because he's been kind of erratic these last few games.
Right. Let's see. So like I said, today's show is we doing questions using the super chat format. And the reason why I'm doing that, like I said, because it's the viewers, y'all get to use the super chat. It also raises money for the channel too. So that's the reason why I'm actually doing it this way, to where we could raise money. So I have to worry about saying, hey, donate, put it in the cash app. I want to do it just like this. First and foremost, congratulations to Jackson State basketball. Like I said, men's and women's basketball, they did win today against Alcorn.
Oh, okay.
So the men's got their second win of the day of the year, and the women got their fourth.
Okay.
The women's game had 7 technicals,
What?
4 on 4 from Jackson State, 3 from Alcorn, 70 free throws attempted. So, but the game basically was, I won't say it wasn't a blowout, but it was kind of close to it. So as always, it's always big when you it's always big when you Mr. Ford got kicked. But it's always big when you still could beat your rival. And you beat the rival on their home court too. So that's the best way to do it. And it is hard to win in Lorman. I've seen, we've seen that countless of times that it is hard to win in Lorman. Okay. Sorry, you back.
Yeah.
Let's say now I just got a report. I'm looking on Twitter right now. Damar Hamlin has a pulse, but he's not breathing on his own, so he's being transported to University of Cincinnati Medical Center.
Now, what's his position?
Safety.
Oh, okay. Was it a head-on collision?
Don't know if it was a head-on collision, but let's see who else won in basketball, HBCU basketball.
I know Texas Southern and Southern was playing when I came back to get on your show.
Right.
They were getting ready to play.
They playing on ESPN.
No, I saw them on the Texas Southern Network.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Miracle Sports said it was a head-on collision.
Oh, it was a head-on collision?
Yeah.
Now, what's his background? Where's he from?
I'm a.
Yeah. See, what's his college? How many years he been in the league? Because I've heard that name.
Look at this right here. Well, I could actually look from my phone, Wikipedia. Damar Hamlin is he played at Pitt.
Oh, he's a Panther.
Yep.
What's his hometown?
Hometown is Pittsburgh.
Okay, yeah, you're homeboy.
Yeah. So we got the first super chat question by Miak Mike.
Oh yeah. Hey, how's it going, Miak Mike? He was on another show I was listening to.
Yeah. He asked the question: if the SWAC couldn't win the Celebration Bowl with 2 of the SWAC's greatest teams, what must the SWAC do to win it all next year? You want to answer that?
The SWAC has come close now. The first one, I went to the first one. That was Jay Hobson against Rod Broadway. Broadway won that one. That was really close. I thought Alcorn got cheated out of that second one when Alcorn, they said the boy was bobbling the ball. I thought that boy caught that ball. I thought Alcorn was cheated out of that game. Now, the third time Alcorn played A&T just blew them out. They put like 60 on them. It wasn't close. The game between A&T and Grambling, A&T was better than them at every position except quarterback, and that was Devontae Kincaid. Now, Kincaid was better than Renard, or whatever that boy's name. But in the interior line, they couldn't touch A&T. A&T's offensive line was better than Grambling's, and their defensive line was better. Like I told everybody about this year's, I thought that with all the distractions that Dion them caused after that Southern game, after that SWAC game, I thought that was the main reason they lost that game. He created chaos and confusion. Those kids didn't know what to do. They started going into the transfer portal, which was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't come in with the Jackson State team we had seen the whole year.
Right.
So, listen, I know you blasting about the fact that y'all lead what they lead it. Gramblin's the only SWAC team that has won the uh,
The
celebration
celebration
bunch,
ball.
right?
Yep.
But listen now, don't get too happy now. Because, see, I remember back in the day when Eddie Robinson would go over there and play North Carolina Central them in that Pelican Bowl, he would put 60 and 70 points on them. So, things change. But let me just tell you now, the SWAC going to be all right. The SWAC going to be all right. Because I'm telling you right now, TC go back, he take it. Hey, man, let me tell you something. TC making some excellent moves now. Because you know what? I used to be talking about, I hope he don't do that duelist stuff, bringing them homeboys. He didn't do none of that. He
Right.
went and got professionals. From the
Yep.
names I'm hearing, he got professionals.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody has heard, but he did. I think he did. From what I'm hearing, he did hire Maurice Harris from Liberty.
Yeah. And he's got the boy Fleming.
He
He's
got
got
Fleming. He got
Bilkin, the quarter. Bilkin's gonna be the quarterback coach. He got the boy from Alcorn. He's gonna be maybe DC and defensive line. I don't know who's gonna be linebacker coach and none of that yet. But yeah, he's basically got his staff.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I actually looked at this because I was looking at the email to the SID for Jackson State because I'm trying to do some stuff down the line as far as media credentials and doing interviews with certain people. But from what I've seen, Coach Weeks is still at the school.
Yeah, so that means he'll be on the staff.
Coach Weeks is still there. I see Coach Mo is still there. So he is the O-line coach will be an upgrade. He's from what I'm looking at, I think he's seen it from Northern Illinois.
Yeah, that's right. He was at North Carolina Central with Jerry Mack and TC some years back.
So if that's the case, then it's up there. It's getting up there. We getting up there. So so he still got Coach Weezy. He still got Coach Ricard. So
okay, Coach Ricard was special teams or what was
special
he?
Team.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember Coach Ricard. He was a fullback with the Ravens, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember him.
And Coach Weeks, from what I'm looking at on the staff directory, he's still there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So from what I'm looking at, hey, thank you, Mike, for jump starting the super chat, man. I don't know if anybody's scared or not, but Ricard, I don't think he should he should not went to CU. He should stay at Jackson State because you gotta realize too, what he had last season, not last season, but the season before, the way he had Isaiah Bolden returning kicks and punts.
Oh yeah.
That's good. Because you gotta realize the special teams, we didn't start our starting average field position was probably like at the 30-35 yard line.
Right. That Bolden kid will probably make the pros returning punts and kickoffs.
Yeah.
That's how he'll make the 53-man roster.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I said when somebody asked me about that the other day. And I was like, well, look at Isaiah Bolden. Like, he's a cornerback. He's a big corner. He's 6'2", 6'3", about 205, 210. He could play inside slot. He could play inside. He could play outside. And he could return kicks and punts.
Oh yeah, anytime he's special team and got a position, he's just about guaranteed to have a starting position. He's the kind of guy, he'll go and turn the pros out.
Right.
He'll go and turn it out.
And depending on, and like I said, I tell people, depending on what he does at his pro day, because I don't know if he's going to get a invite to the combine, but what he does at his pro day will determine, in a sense, his position within the draft. Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at Zay, I'm looking at Zay to be no more than like between a 4th to 6th round pick.
Yeah, like you said, with the measurables, he's a speedster, he's a DB, and a punt and kickoff return. Oh, he's definitely gonna get a good look.
Oh yeah, and I like what Mike just said. He said he think about we might put 7 players in the NFL from HBCUs.
Oh yeah,
For
it's gonna get better every
year.
year. It's gonna get better every year. You know what I've always said: we getting a NFL potential kid. The main thing now is we got to get championship coaching. That's what it's about now. We getting the kids. Because I had a friend of mine, we were looking at that transfer portal. Man, there's some good kids out there in that transfer portal, man.
Oh yeah, it is.
We can get them kids.
Oh yeah, Deputy. I see what you're saying. Zay, he does not get his head around to look for the ball when the ball is in the air, especially with the deep ball. He must learn to get their head around. Yes, that's true, and I think that's for a lot of players.
But like you said, that's why he's a slot corner. He's not that outside corner. He's a slot corner. He's the one that would take that slot back of that wing, or go up against that tight end.
Right. And I'm like this in a sense, if you really think about it. What else, CH? If you really think about it, he will be more of a zone corner if I'm playing the defense, if I'm doing the defense like that, he'd be more of a zone corner than a man corner. A lot of players, a lot of teams really don't play man like that in an NFL like that anymore. It's probably just only a few that will play man, and it's not like the whole team will play man. I think it's just more than like 1 or 2 players that will play man. Like if you really think about it, your man corners would be like somebody like Patrick Peterson, even though he's up there in age, but he can still play man because he has a big body. He still has the foot speed. You got somebody like Trayvon Diggs because he's a gambler, but he'll play man and he'll travel around the ball. You let's see, another corner is Xavier Howard from Miami.
Right.
Big corner. Still will play. He will play you and lock you down. He has big hands. Solid. He has a solid body. Like to me, it would be more in that sense. And then you will have your zone corners like Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman is like, to me, in the last 10 years, like one of the best zone corners that we ever seen in the NFL.
Yeah, and he's a big guy. That Seattle defensive backfield that one year with him and Browner, them were big corners, man. Them guys look like linebackers.
Right.
And they could run, though. Every one of them could run because Richard could run for his side.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out as far as what the game with the
Cincinnati?
NFL game. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just trying to see what's going on with that. I just got a message saying that they temporarily suspended the game.
You heard y'all in the battle for this quarterback coming from South Carolina,
huh? Jason Brown.
Yeah, he's gonna visit y'all, and then he's gonna visit Southern, I think, this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that would be a nice fit too.
Yeah, he's big boy. I've seen him. It's supposed to be between y'all and between Jackson and Southern. Y'all gonna have him a day or two, and then Southern's gonna have him a day or two.
I said, think TCE staff will play to the scouting report more and based on game situations, not just do what we do. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. I would say do. I mean, you still gonna say do what we do, but yeah, you still gotta like you have to be able to scout these players. You got to scout these teams. Like when you don't scout these teams, this is you don't you're not gonna be successful when it
No.
comes to it. Yeah, when you hit, yeah, you don't get your head around, look for that ball. That's where the pass interference come up.
Yeah, that's right. Man. If you don't make an attempt for it, you don't get that head around.
Uh, Another thing, shout out to James Houston
Oh
for
yeah,
setting a rookie
man.
record.
Yeah, man. He doing this thing.
now, now, everybody in the chat, y'all know your boy right here. Y'all know how I am. Should James Houston have been drafted in the 6th round? Probably so, because we wouldn't. You only played 1 year of DN at Jackson.
Right.
And then you wouldn't know what the potential would have been if you would draft him at DN or even at outside linebacker. So now I understood why Detroit actually understood why the Lions actually took him in the 6th round, not because Brad Holmes was owed it to him, but because of the potential that you didn't know the potential that he had. Now he gets on the practice squad, and now you're on the practice squad, so you could refine, you could refine your skills.
Right.
So he could work on his skills, he could refine the skills, he could
Right.
do all that. Now the thing about that is, he got in the game. He came up. He got in the game. Um. I'm gonna get you, EA. I'm gonna get you. We gonna talk about that too. The way I see it with James is that you refine your skills in the practice squad. He gets in the game, and on Thanksgiving, he turns Thanksgiving out, and then you see what he's done over the time that he's able to play. And I'm like, man, if he would have just played, probably if he would have played like the fifth game of the season, he probably would have about 12 to 13 sacks right now.
Well, they were gonna make him prove himself because he came from an HBCU. I wasn't surprised when they put him on the practice squad.
Right.
But he's doing, once he was given his opportunity, he's shown that, I'm legitimate. Because to me, I saw him at Florida. He was all right, but he wasn't a problem. And when he got to Jackson State, it's like they lit a fire under him, especially when they changed his position. And he was just, every game he was dominant. Because I'll never forget the game they lost to University of Louisiana Monroe. I felt one of the reasons they lost is because he was put out of the game for targeting.
Yeah, that was a bogus call right there.
Yeah, and then he was devastating against Aquia Glass. He just ate Aquia up, man.
Yeah,
but he was something else.
I'm gonna get to this right here, Mr. Ford.
Okay.
He's saying that they're still considering playing the game. Now, my opinion, y'all, I wouldn't play the game. I'll wait until you know that this kid until this kid is gonna be all right when he comes back. If he's gonna be all right. That's my whole thing. I would not play this game. I would postpone it. I would wait till tomorrow to play it. But then again, you have to understand the reason why they're still trying to consider playing the game is because the last game of the season, you can't move that game because every game ends on a Sunday.
Right.
So that's the only reason why they're That's the only reason why I would not play. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to say let's call the game out because you had to move a lot of stuff around.
With,
And they say he's not breathing on his own, which man, that's crazy, y'all. Because man, we gonna look. I know we talk a lot of noise on this channel, y'all. We talk a lot of noise about everybody's school and all this stuff, but we got to pray for that kid right there. So hopefully
right.
he can come through.
Yeah,
That's
see, what you talking about is being sane and rational. Those people are not sane and rational. When you talk about them owners, all they concerned about is money making. And
mm-hmm.
like you just said, one of the things they don't like when they money making is delays. So I'm of the opinion right now they gonna keep playing because it's too much money done been spent, and
Yeah,
that's what they operate off of, money. Because I know that guy, he's terrible. The guy that owns the Cincinnati Bengals, his daddy was
Mike
one of
Brown.
the yeah. See, his daddy was Paul Brown.
Yeah,
He was one of the great pioneers of American football. This man did a lot, man. But that Mike Brown, he's awful, man. He's
mm,
awful. He's terrible. But you're
yeah,
right. But they not gonna delay that game because they in the midst of money making, and when they money making, they don't want no delays.
yeah. So man, that's the only reason why I say that's the only reason why I say because you move the game and it's pretty much you're pretty much moving everything else. And if I'm the NFL, yeah, I'll move that game to a Monday. I move Cincinnati's and Buffalo's last game to a Monday.
Right.
Just
Mhm.
because you if you don't play tonight, you play Tuesday, whatever, or you say postpone the game, or you say, look, we don't care about the game. We both can take a L or we could take a tie. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
Right.
matter it because one person's life is pretty much hanging in the balance right now.
Right. Oh yeah.
So
Mhm.
that is my take on that right there. My take is I take a L. I take a L. I'll take a L right now. Or I take a tie. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you do it. Roger Goodell, I don't care how you do it. But I ain't playing, if I'm the players, I ain't coming back out for this game.
Mhm.
Especially if I'm Buffalo, I surely not coming back out this game until my dude is going to be all right.
Right. Right.
And that's something that you don't see like that on the field. Yeah, the whole mood is like for real is the whole mood is off. That's I wouldn't want to play the game. Like I said, if I'm Buffalo, I'm not coming back out there. Yeah, man. Only 24 years old. That's crazy, y'all.
And he's Cincinnati or he's Buffalo?
Buffalo.
He's Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah. No new updates just yet. I know my wife just walked into the living room, so she she like she just kind of motioned to me about what was going on with the Buffalo game. I'm like, we're talking about it right now. But yeah, I think they not playing this game. I'm looking at they packing up. Yeah, Israel. That's the best thing they need to do is postpone this game.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Oh yeah. Definitely. So he's still on the field.
No, he's already at University of Cincinnati Medical Center.
Okay. 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 Well, listen, you heard anything about what my school has done in it? Anybody got any information on Grambling or any new
Oh,
coaches?
with Grambling.
Yeah, you heard
As
anything?
far as I haven't heard anything as far as with coaches.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I had to talk to my friend Yard Talk, and I think she's more. She's a grant, she Grant found all the way through. So she's more she's more basically like down. She's down to the nitty gritty when it comes to it.
I saw where Calvin's got an NIL deal with Adidas. Did you see that?
Man, if you got an NIL deal with Adidas, that's crazy. You already. It's funny thing is you already at Adidas school anyway.
Yeah, I saw he got an agreement with them. So I just think that whole quarterback situation was mishandled last year. Well, that's why I say I want Grambling to get an offensive coordinator. Man, I wish we could get somebody like Jackson got that Harris guy. Man, that guy's gonna do well, man. He's been with Hugh Freeze, because Liberty was whooping up on them ACC teams.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and they got that guy coming to Jackson. Man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be big, boy.
Southern haven't found the quarterback yet. I don't know yet. So we got another super chat in Jawan Ford. Will the SWAC consider hosting another Saturday and Sunday game like they did in Jackson a couple of years ago? They might do that. They might. And the only reason why I say they might do that is because this will help out Valley.
Yeah, it would.
This will help out Valley in a sense. So I would say yeah, they'll probably do it because you can't. I mean, it's a 2-for-1. It's a 2-for-1, and especially if you bring Valley if Valley comes down and they're the home team, that profit goes directly to Valley.
I'll tell you what I'd like to see too is a doubleheader here in Atlanta, SWAC doubleheader like Florida versus Mississippi, where Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman would play Jackson and Alcorn, or Florida versus Alabama, where Alabama A&M and Alabama State would come here and play FAM and Bethune-Cookman. I'd like to see a doubleheader, possibly a triple-header at the Dome down there in October. That's what I'd like to see.
I would like to see that too.
Yeah.
The one they done for the night.
They
canceled? Yeah, they done for the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the right thing to do. Like you said, that was the right thing to do.
Yep. Let it. Yeah, the game is canceled. I just, like I said, if I'm both teams, like give me an L.
Yeah.
It don't matter. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me in the standings because we're gonna go to the. You both qualify for the playoffs and everything. So
yeah, those two of the best teams in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it to where y'all don't need nobody don't need to be able, nobody don't need to be out there.
No, they don't.
Game needs to be shown in every city, inner city, urban area, hood to show you can play, but you are more than a rambling ball. You can develop your brain and make it. It's not the only way you can make it out. I understand what you're saying, man.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. We got far more doctors and lawyers and accountants and pharmacists and all that than we do professional athletes now. Shoot. Black colleges only got 10% of the college students in America. But look at all the judges, all the lawyers, all the medical doctors, all the PhDs that come out of them black colleges.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I got a guy told me he went to Emory. He said if I had gone to Morehouse or Clark, I know I'd be a medical doctor. He ended up retiring from Coca-Cola.
Man.
Yeah.
So I think as far as coaching wise go, I think every vacancy at HBCU football except for Morehouse has been filled, especially on the D1 level.
Yeah, I think so too.
Vincent Brown, from what I'm hearing, Vincent Brown will be the next head coach at North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So
That same thing.
y'all A&T, he was on I know Miak Mikey, he's still in there. And if he's still on the chat, Vincent Brown did play. He played professionally for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, for Bill Parcells.
Yep, played up under the Parcells.
Mm-hmm.
He was there from 88 to 95, so he played 8 years with New England. But he been under Mike London's staff for the longest.
Yeah.
He's been under Mike London's staff for the longest. I mean, Mike London, we was at University of Richmond.
He won a FCS championship
with them. He was at Howard that turned around Howard. And then he's at William and Mary. So the whole thing about that is he's probably going to be one of the closest to one of the highest paid coaches in the Colonial. Happy New Year's, Mr. Campbell. So that I think that's a good hire, because when I was hearing, we was talking about this on Saturday. You need somebody that can navigate through the Colonial.
Yeah, he's a homeboy. He's from the city of Atlanta. I saw him when he was in high school. He went to Walter F. George High School. He Cooley came here and recruited him and about 10 other players on that team. And
because he went to Valley.
He went to Valley. He was recruited by the legendary Archie Gunslinger Cooley. Yeah, he played with Jerry Rice and Willie Totten. They used to come here and play Morris Brown back in the day. Yeah.
Yep. So he's good. So that vacancy is filled right there. There you also have we talked about Kendrick Wade being named the head coach over at Mississippi Valley.
Right.
And that he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job with his coaching staff that from what I'm hearing now.
Okay.
So he's doing a great job with his coaching staff.
You heard any names lately? What are the names?
Let me see.
Okay.
I've seen it on Mississippi Valley football because I follow everybody on Twitter. I don't care anybody say, yeah, the game has been canceled. Yep.
Okay, good.
So yeah, we Archie Cooley could have been a heck of an offensive coordinator in the NFL. He probably could.
Yeah, he was very close to Don Coryell. Matter of fact, right before Jerry Rice's senior year, Cooley went on and spent the summer with Don. They called him Air Coryell. He had people like Dan Fouts. He had John Jefferson, Wes Chandler, Kessler Winslow. Who else was on that team? They were something else, man. They never made it to the Super Bowl. Coryell came to San Diego from the St. Louis Cardinals. He had Mel Gray, Jim Hart, Terry Metcalf, J.V. Kane, all that crew. In college, he was at San Diego State.
Who was it? You said Terrence Metcalf?
Terry Metcalf. He had a son too named. Now the son went to Texas.
Oh, okay. Eric Metcalf.
Eric Metcalf was his son. That
Okay,
was
okay,
Terry Metcalf's son. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Eric was the truth, man. I mean, his dad was too. Terry was the truth. But that dude, Cooley used to go and spend time with Don Carter. Yeah, the other thing is Cooley had access to one of the most brilliant offensive minds in the country at an HBCU. He was under a guy named Cat Coleman, Alvin Cat Coleman. He
Hmm.
was a graduate of Alcorn, but he was the offensive coordinator at Tennessee State for many years. That was Cat Coleman that had Joe Gilliam Jr., Joe 747 Adams, Eldridge Dickey, Ken Lucas. All them guys played under Cat Coleman. Cat was a chemistry professor.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was an offensive mastermind. Cooley was at one time was the defensive backfield coach at Tennessee State under Big John Merritt.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, San Diego has Charlie Joyner. I remember Charlie Joyner
Charlie Joyner. I'm
and,
sorry. That's right. He was from Grambling.
and Chuck Muncie.
Yep, Chuck Muncie. Chuck was from UCal Berkeley, played with Joe Roth. I think Joe died. Wait a minute, Joe died from cancer, I think. And he also played with a one-eyed wide receiver for the New York Jets, a guy named Wesley Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them guys was from Cal Berkeley. Originally, Chuck came out of college and went to the New Orleans Saints. It was Chuck Muncie and a boy named Tony Galbraith. Tony Galbraith had played at Missouri. They called
Right.
him Thunder and Lightning.
Hmm.
Yeah, they called him Thunder and Lightning. They were under Hank Stram. Hank had been legendary at Kansas City. When he was released at Kansas City, he got the job with the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Man, Chuck
Okay.
Muncie could throw a football 80 yards, man.
Right.
Used to wear them big old glasses. That was a guy from Jackson State played with them named Donald Reese. Donald ended up in a big court case because they said that cocaine had infiltrated the NFL. His name came up in that. Donald Reese played with Doom Brazil and Walter Payton, Jackie Slater. All them were teammates.
Right.
They played on a guy named Bob Hill. That was the
Bob
early
Hill.
70s. Bob Hill. Bob was the coach before W.C. Gordon. Matter of fact, Bob Hill
Okay.
Bob brought, I think, W.C. from a high school. Because, see, when W.C. originally got to Jackson, he was football and baseball. I think he did baseball, too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think W.C. did baseball. Somebody can check that. If somebody in the chat, go check that. I think W.C. Gordon coached baseball.
Yeah, the one my wife just told me, just came up to me and told me he was in critical condition. So she's been giving me reports on. She's been giving me reports on what's going on with him. Hey Khalil, if put it in a super chat, we'll answer the question right there. But yeah, but actually, Valley, when I was looking at it, Valley was Valley was I was looking at it like they got a the defensive coordinator. I don't know about the offensive coordinator, but they haven't left they had some names. I wouldn't say big names, but it was to where now they can actually go out there and they can actually go out there and actually get back on the recruiting trail. For some of the kids that they lost, I know that some of the kids they lost in the portal, and then the rest of them they lost with graduation.
Right.
And then also from what I'm hearing that they would be they will be using their allotted 63 scholarships.
Oh, they will?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I'm going to tell you, man, somebody was showing me the 247 transfer portal. They got that thing broken down. You can see the FCS transfers. You can see the FBS transfers, Power 5 transfers, Group of 5, whatever. I'm telling you, man, there's so many good players in that darn gone transfer portal. Man, we can get anything we want. I was telling my friend today, he was showing me that stuff. I said, you know what? Them schools like Benedict and Albany State, they can get them some top-notch players.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the FBS players. Because, man, there's so many kids in that transfer portal, man. I would be looking at them offensive linemen, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", 270, 280, 300 pounds, man. That's what I'd be looking for. And there's a bunch of them in there, too, boy. Speaking of them Albany State, I keep telling them, they better watch Quinn Gray, man.
Yeah.
They better watch Quinn Gray. I've been watching Quinn for years, man.
I'm looking at this, Mr. Ford. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this replay.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like T. Higgins put his head in his chest, even though yes, it was a routine tackle, but I'm looking at it, he just fell out. He fell back.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he put his head in his chest.
Look like the way, if you look at the replay from the side, T. Higgins put his head in his chest, but it's still the same. It still say, I mean, the crazy thing is he got up and he fell back down, and he fell down hard.
Yeah. T's pretty big. Isn't T like 6'5"? What is he?
T's like 6'3", 6'4".
6'4", yeah, because I think he's from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
T, I remember when T was one of the top players in Alabama when he came out of high school. And Dabo Sweeney went in there and Clemson got him.
Yeah, I think I hope it's just some, I'm gonna say simple, but it's not too serious, because I think if he ain't breathing on his own, he might have a collapsed lung or something like that too. Because that could put you on your tail too.
Oh yeah, man. We just have to pray that you're gonna be all right.
So y'all, and I know people in chat, I understand people in chat, they looking at everything, but I'm going in between the show and also making sure that this kid is going to be fine. So I'm gonna do my due diligence as far as making sure we keep the show going, but we also make sure that we keep updates about this kid, what's going on with him. So
right.
So y'all, hopefully everybody will be able to understand the way how I'm doing this right now. But like I said, I prioritize everything as far as when it comes to safety, player safety.
Right.
I'm big stickler on having player safety. Even like I said, even when my younger cousins, they play football, I was a big stickler on their safety. One of my cousins, him and his brother, one had a ACL surgery on his knee, didn't even know that he had towards his knee. He played he was in there for 3 more plays, didn't even know until he came to the sideline. Then his little brother, from what I heard, he had a couple of concussions in high school. So I'm, like I said, I'm a real big stickler when it comes to the player's safety.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
So so I'm just, I want people to understand, like I have empathy for this person right here. I have empathy, like I could empathize with this player, with this person.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, because football is a violent game now.
Yeah.
It's legalized fighting.
So yeah, we're trying to, what I'm saying, we want to be human enough to where um where we want to make sure that this kid is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred. I'm about to say something about that too. Tua need to be careful about coming back. He can't be rushed back. This is like the third time that he done had a concussion. He been in a concussion protocol for the whole season.
Right.
Yeah, son. I'm football is. I know football is most players the end all be all, but when it comes to your health and it comes to that head, to your brain, you need that. You need that later on down the line.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm Tua, I'm sitting out for the rest of the year. Plus, I'm asking the NFL to basically investigate Miami and what the hell they doing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because they've been known to put players back out there knowing that the players weren't right, weren't healthy, and everything. They've done that before.
So
They kind of showed it to you. Remember that Willie Beeman story? What was that? Remember that show Jamie Foxx was in?
I know you're talking about the Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. They kind of showed you. I think it was Lawrence Taylor in the movie. He basically had a concussion that was hurt really bad, but he was trying to get another contract. They Oliver Stone really showed it to you.
Yeah. Come on, Jordan. Twitter can't be killing Skip. Oh man, they is. Yeah, Skip Bayless is getting destroyed on Twitter, y'all. I'm looking. I'm sorry. I just seen him just right here.
What did he talk about? Because he always obnoxious about something.
So he's saying that to postpone the game this late in the season, of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. It does seem irrelevant. It do seem irrelevant because of the fact that somebody could almost damn near died on the field,
and he doesn't care.
And he like, see,
that's what I'm telling you about the money makers.
And I'm gonna say it just like this. I don't know if I don't know if somebody would cancel me or not. Skip and Shannon is made for each other sometimes.
Oh man, let me tell you something. Shannon is the third ignorantest Negro on TV. Behind Shaquille and Barkley. Shannon says all kind of obnoxious stuff.
Well, at least I'm gonna tell you like this, Mr. Ford. At least Charles Barkley back he back up what he say.
Yeah, he'll tell the truth. He'll tell the truth sometimes, but sometimes he's obnoxious.
Yeah, and he'll back it up with, "Hey, I'm gonna tell Charles Barkley, thank you for that donation to Jackson State University for $1 million."
Now he'll do that because he gave Clark $1 million too. Sure. Now he will do that.
So sometimes with Charles Barkley, it's hilarious to me because sometimes I know most of the time I'm like, Charles Barkley, he ain't really he really not even believing what he's saying,
right?
But then too, it's some things that he do say that will actually make you think.
Oh yeah,
he'll have some things that he'll say some things that'll make you think on the show. So Sonny Boone says Jason Whitlock is the first.
Oh, Jason, listen, Jason gonna say anything, gonna get him some money. Anything he'll say, I don't care what it is. He'll lie, deceive, whatever. As long as it's gonna get him some money, he'll say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got, and then Case, I got a cousin. Now I got an actual cousin that plays professionally in Canada. And luckily for him, he hasn't had any type of no serious injuries or anything like that. But we always, like we said, we always are on the fence. Like, man, hopefully nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happens to him. Is his money arriving for Puffy? I don't know if Puffy money arriving. Shoot, Puffy was drunk when he said that at the BET Awards. So I can't even say I can't even really believe Puffy.
The AD, the administration would know if he sent them $1 million or not.
Yeah, they should know.
Yeah, they would know that. I don't think they sent it because I ain't seen an acknowledgement. I ain't seen no where Jackson State thanks Puffy for $1 million. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either, so I don't assume that it's there. Because I know that would be on a big sign somewhere with his picture. Thank you for $1 million.
Right.
John P. Diddy Combs.
So somebody put in my chat, not chat, but sent me not email, a comment. And I'm gonna see if I can find that comment on here. And this is from this is from a dude named Corey Lee. This was 3 days ago. And I'm gonna send it and I'm gonna put it in the group chat. In the chat, y'all. So this is what he says to me. As y'all see, enjoy the next year, people. After next year, nobody will be interested in listening. Dion is the reason why y'all are still talking and we are still listening.
That's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
That's ignorant.
So my thing about this is what you just said right here is irrelevant. The reason why people are still talking about Dion is because it's not saying some people are still hurt, but people are still bringing them up. That's the reason why we still talk about Dion.
And he's still talking about Jackson State from what I've been reading.
He's still talking about Jackson State.
He's still talking about Jackson State. Not only him, his children too.
Yeah. Now Shiloh, of course, he's still in Jackson because he's clearly going to graduate from Jackson State. He's going to have his degree from Jackson State University for the spring.
Right.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. Clearly, we are more engaged because there's a lot of new storylines. Like, so that's my whole take about what this guy had told me, sent on my, in a comment. And I really wasn't gonna say anything on there because I don't want to be like I don't want to be no internet gangster and be a keyboard gangster and start typing up a lot of stuff. And knowing me, I'll probably go off at off at the rip. But the reason why people are still talking about him because he's still in the news.
It's the off season. Yes, off season, and that people are looking for something to talk about. Yeah, he's going to be in the news probably until that next SWAC season starts. When that next SWAC, because man, I keep telling people that next the 23 season, that's going to be an exciting season, man. That's going to be better than what we just witnessed in 22.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's going to be it's going to be and I believe, like I said, I had a friend of mine. He was showing me that transfer portal today through 240. It's 24/7 Sports. They got this. Man, listen. Man, there's no excuse for any HBCU not to have pro talent. Because let me tell you something. That transfer portal is filled with people. Like I was telling the guy today, see, with that portal being like that, you're gonna see top-notch talent at Albany State, Fort Valley,
Tuskegee,
Tuskegee, Miles College. All these schools, because see, when these schools go in there in February and they go in there and get them players out of there, it's going to still be so many players left.
Oh yeah, Mr. Campbell told me he said let them handle that. Let them handle about the Dion thing. Talking about we are here interested in HBCU sports, looking at all the energy behind Ed Reed recruiting and the
Oh
schedule.
yeah, man.
Yeah, now we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about the schedule when it comes out. And everybody's
Oh
schedule
man.
come out. I'm gonna do a break. I'm gonna do a breakdown like I did for this past season. For the SWAC, and whenever the MEAC schedule do, I'm gonna do one for the MEAC too, because I don't want nobody to be thinking that I don't love the MEAC.
Man, y'all opening up with South Carolina State here in Atlanta, baby. That's gonna be big.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a sellout right there, baby. That's gonna be big, right? That's a revenge tour,
Mm-hmm.
man. And what's the name? He's got to go get an offensive coordinator. He fired his offensive coordinator.
Who?
But if South Carolina State fired the offensive coordinator.
Okay.
So they're waiting to get another one. I don't know if they've gotten one yet. I have to find out, but I don't think they've gotten one yet. But they still got some good talent up there in Orangeburg. They always do. They just a small black school, but man, when it comes to football, they dominant, man. They dominant. I think about when I was in college in the late '70s, man. It was Willie Jeffries, and then it was that man was named Bill Davis.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I was in college in the late '70s, it was South Carolina State, it was Florida A&M, Rudy Hubbard. Rudy Hubbard went undefeated in '77. He won the 1AA championship in '78. Then you had W.C. Gordon at Jackson. You had Eddie Robinson at Grambling. You had Big John Merritt at Tennessee State. You had a guy named Billy Hayes at Winston-Salem. Man, it was just man, boy, you talking about some good football back in the day, man. Yeah, some good football.
Hey Nicholas Malachi, we don't do call-ins. You just jump in on the stream and say what you got to say. Yeah, hey, the one they is on Skip's head. He knew that. See, Skip Bayless is that type of person that he knows he's going to be sensationalized because of the simple fact that he's Skip Bayless.
Yeah, he let me tell you something. Skip is insensitive. He's a typical fan. Like I said, all Skip wants is the game. He want to be entertained. He don't give a damn whether or not, the boy's hurt or not. That's how Skip. He made a mistake one day, and I know he didn't mean to tell it. He told a story when he was real young, how he was at the Dallas Morning News. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
He was at the Dallas Morning News, young reporter. They sent him to Grambling because the news across the country was Doug Williams. And he told how Rob put him in the dorm and gave him a room in the dorm. I know he didn't mean to tell it, but it came out. But he knows all, he talks all that old stuff about it. Yeah, he knows about black college. He knows about HBCU. Don't let him fool you.
Oh no, I would never let My thing is when Skip Bayless, I'd never let Skip Bayless fool me.
Right.
When it comes to some of his takes, like people, most of the time when people talk about it, he doesn't really believe most of the stuff that he talk about.
No, he doesn't.
Because he knows this is
on my nerves.
Yeah, because he knows this for but he knows this for ratings. That's it.
Yeah. He's always, he's gonna tell you who the greatest. No, they're not that, and all that don't miss. He one of them kind.
So yeah, now for some people to understand, I did watch. I know y'all asked me this some people asked me this in the chat last week that I watched the interview Tolly Carr gave to Neely from the pregame show. I watched, but I more than listened to it, and some of the things that he said should not have been said. Some of the things that Neely said in that interview should not have been said, and Tolly Carr need to stop throwing them softball questions to some of these people, and just go ahead and call them out.
Well, Tolly and Neely are both lieutenants for Deion Sanders. Matter of fact, that HBCU thing they should call it the Deion Sanders show. Because that's what both of them are. They the mouthpiece for Deion Sanders. But let me tell you something. I'd rather for Tyler to do that. I remember FAMU was playing Texas Southern last year. I can't remember what station was on. They had Tyler doing the play-by. I'm not the play-by. He did the color. That's the worst color commentation I ever heard in my life. So I'd rather for him to do the HBCU show than try to commentate a basketball game because he was awful.
Right.
I hope he don't ever do another basketball game. Man, please. But that's what that is. Tyler and them, they are hero worshiping Deion, whatever that's what they doing.
Mr. Cameron said he was horrible.
Yeah, he was horrible, man. I'll never forget it, man. Tyler was supposed to have been the color person. And I was like, well, when we gonna hear some color? When we gonna hear some analysis? I never heard any analysis the whole game.
And then somebody said Neely is the type of person who dated his first fine chick. Wow. Come on, man. That's funny right there.
You know what? When he goes back in that veteran memorial, he probably need to have some bodyguards.
Oh yeah, they gonna
man, Neely, you better have him a bodyguard or something.
Yeah, they gonna get him.
Man, yeah, they gonna get him. It's gonna be rough up in there, baby. Shoot. It's gonna be rough up in that vet, baby. The good thing about it, I think the first 3 games for Jackson are on the road. They gonna fly here to play South Carolina State.
Yeah.
The next week they fly to Miami, and then they gotta fly out to Texas. So that'll help him out right there.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
we will see what happens, y'all.
I heard. I thought I heard Kofi and them talking about Florida and them schedule. I can't remember the whole thing, but I did hear them talking about their schedule too. I think their schedule is set.
Oh, FAMU?
Yeah, I know. I think they open up. Wait a minute, don't they open up in Miami?
I think they do open up in Miami.
Yeah, I know they're playing somebody like West Florida, and that's like a Division II school.
That's a Division II powerhouse right there.
Yeah, that's right. They won the national championship maybe a couple of years ago or something, maybe a few years back. But yeah, they was talking. They got Alabama State in September. That'd be a nice game to go to down there. I don't know if is Valley their homecoming or Pine Bluff their homecoming. Because I think the homecoming is October 28th, something like that.
Right.
And I think it might be, is it Pine Bluff or Valley?
Let me see. We'll see.
Ask Ms. Campbell, what's our FAMU schedule? Because I heard some of it. I just can't remember all of it. Because he got it.
Somebody told me, yeah, Neely and pregame show are not employees to JSU, so they can kick rocks.
Yeah, man. Man, he got to be careful. He got to be careful, man. Man, please.
I'm just saying, man, they're going to be on your head, dog.
Yeah, man. It's going to be rough down there in Jackson, baby. Jackson has got, what they got, Alabama. Okay, do they go back to that Mobile again, or is that off, or do they go back to Mobile? I
don't want to go back to, from what I heard.
Yeah, I remember they saying they didn't want to go back down there, so maybe Alabama A&M is coming to the vet. Alabama State comes to the vet.
In reality, Alabama A&M should have been at the vet this past season.
Yeah, what about Grambling? Do they go to Grambling, or is that off, or what's going on with that?
I think we. I don't know if we have Grambling on our schedule.
Oh, okay.
Because we only use Grambling as a non-conference game.
Right, and now, are they still going to do Southern? Is that going to Birmingham? Is that game against Southern? Will that go to Birmingham like they wanted?
From what I'm hearing, that's what they're saying, that they wanted to go to Birmingham.
Take that to Birmingham, right? That's not that far from me. I can get over there. That'll be a Legion Field, I believe.
Yeah, I don't want to play the old Great Lady. It's already coming down anyway.
So my Legion Field?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That stadium's from way, way back, man. When I was a little kid, man, that was always Auburn and Alabama, and then it would be Alabama against Tennessee. They would play in that Legion Field. That's back in the day, man. That's back 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you just like this, Martin. Neely ain't gonna work with no TC Taylor. I'm gonna be 100 with you. He ain't working for no TC Taylor. The only reason why I say he ain't gonna work for TC Taylor is because of the fact that um um TC is not the type of person to be on camera like that.
Yeah, yeah. But isn't Rob J they main? Didn't he run?
Yeah, Rob J is the main dude though.
Yeah, the JSU TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Rob will probably get all the interviews. I was thinking, man, that thing could get ugly with dealing them up in there because, I'll be listening to them shows coming out of Mississippi. They calling Neely a traitor and a Republican, and he worked for Haley Barber, all that stuff. I didn't know nothing about all that, but no, I don't know if he want to go up in there, bro. No, I don't know if he want to go up in there.
Yeah, Charles Bishop, man, Charles Bishop is more of Black College Sports Network.
Yeah.
So he's through them. Even though
Yeah.
he is a Jackson State alum,
Yeah.
he's
But
more through through them than he is with the pregame show.
yeah.
He
Now
just did.
Neil is a Jackson State alum, isn't he?
Neely didn't finish up at Jackson State. He did. He
Oh,
went
okay.
there. He didn't finish up.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it could get rough, man.
But yeah, that's let me see what's going on as far as what we hearing about the kid. Hold on, before we go there. Donovan Mitchell scores 71 versus the Bulls tonight.
Woo. Damn. You know what? That boy's a superstar, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he was in college. He's from Louisville. I don't know his hometown.
He's from Connecticut.
Oh, he's something else. He built like a football player. Looked like a fullback or something.
Yep.
But he can jump out the gym, man. He's something else. He was trying. I think he ended up in Cleveland, didn't he? Because he was at Utah.
Right.
And he was looking. You know what? I don't understand why they didn't bring him to Madison Square Garden.
They were supposed to.
Yeah, I was saying that. Because he was shopping around. He was trying to get somewhere. But Cleveland's gonna be tough, man. Cleveland, I love the playoffs. I'm not much on that regular season stuff, but I love the playoffs.
Yeah.
I love the playoffs. That boy, that Donovan Mitchell, man, he's something else. I tell you what, we love to have. I wish we could offer Trae Young for Donovan Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll take Donovan.
From what I heard, they still saying he's in critical condition. So we probably won't know until like late tonight or in the morning time about what's going on. Yeah, T. Higgins is a big dude. So
yeah, he is. Yeah, T's out of Alabama.
So from what somebody was saying that I'm looking on Twitter and it's from an actual doctor. The video, Damar Hamlin from a cardiologist's perspective resemble commotio cordis, a phenomenon that occurs when a sudden blunt impact to the chest causes cardiac arrest.
Whoa. So he's basically almost had a heart attack.
He pretty much almost had a heart attack.
Yeah. Like you say, T's a big boy, man. Yeah, I remember. But you got to understand, them guys in that NFL, man, a lot of them guys are superhuman beings, man. Them dudes, big, fast, powerful, they like gladiators, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Hey, man, it's a deep thing, bro.
So yeah, that's what's going. I think that's what they said that might would have happened. Um, we still gonna get some coverage from Jackson State. You know, as far as football program, you still got now. You got a lot of kids. You got kids on their team that have their own YouTube pages, the
Oh
YouTube
yeah.
channel. So you're gonna get content from these players. Um, the thing about it is, will it be from Neely? We don't know. We don't know. But I wouldn't um I wouldn't be surprised if you see more content, especially even though yeah, TC still behind the scene, you probably get some from Coach O as far as with the recruiting. You'll probably get some from people that's like students that's within the football program, not the athletes, but like say trainers or anybody, anybody else like that will put it on Instagram, put it on Twitter, that put it on Facebook.
Yeah, Dr. McClellan them got to get off their behind, man, and go ahead on and do this SWAC network, man. We can't get around it. We got to have a 24-hour SWAC network. The same way that the ACC got that hook up with ESPN, and the same way that the SEC got to hook up with the ESPN. We got to hook up with somebody. SWAC's got to have a SWAC network
Mm-hmm.
on TV or on social media that goes 24 hours, man. We cannot get around it. They might as well get off the money and
Right.
go ahead on and fund it, man. If we need to call in Byron Allen, do we need to call in Miss Kathy Hughes? Who do we need to call? Do we need to call the people at Bounce? But we got to have a network, man.
Right.
We can't get around that. We can't get around. Swag's brand right now is out the roof. It's international. You got kids over in England and Germany and all that want to come over here and play in the swag. We got to do better, man. We got to.
Mm-hmm.
He got to get off. He got to get off his behind and come up with a way to finance this swag network, man.
We do. We need it.
Yeah, we got to have it. It's too many. It's too many people. Not just the media outlets. It's too many individual people want that content, man. I'm looking right now, man. All these stations now that's talking swag. You talking 300, 400, 500. Some people even have 1,000 people listening. That's TV numbers.
Right.
We got to get a net. We got to get this network going, man. They just got to get off their behind and do what they got to do, man. They got to do what they got to do.
Nope. I didn't say Charles Bishop didn't finish. Charles Bishop graduated from Jackson State. I said I think Neely didn't finish from Jackson State. I think he started but didn't finish. I think he said in one of his. He said it in the interview from what I was listening to yesterday. Actually, this morning when I was getting up to go to work. But I remember Charles Bishop being there because I think he was there when I was. He used to come around when I knew when I was at school there, and that was in the late 90s. But yeah. And then Neely, I think Neely did play his Kappa, but I don't think he did finish though. That's the whole thing. But
Well, he can go and finish Colorado now. He can be a Buffalo. He could be a Buffalo.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Lord. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna say this too. This this situation right here. Uh, this remind me of where Ryan Clark was playing in the NFL, and what happened with him? With Ryan Clark. He had played. They played in Denver. He got sickle cell,
Right.
and they said he played up there. The altitude does something with the blood in your body, and he hit somebody, and then next thing you know, he had to go and he had to go and get he had to go and get surgery up there in Denver at the time
Oh
because I
yeah.
think he lost his gallbladder or something like that. But I was just saying, in a sense, I'm putting like that in the sense I was kind of comparing the two. Both of them plays safety. Um, but yeah, man, I'm looking at Ryan Clark right now talking to Scott Van Pelt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ryan is a LSU man, and
Yep.
somebody need to teach him some biblical history because he called what's the quarterback's name down at Jacksonville? What's that boy? He went to Clemson. What's his name?
Trevor Lawrence.
He said that Trevor Lawrence was baby Jesus. Somebody need to let him know Jesus wasn't a Caucasian. Yeah, somebody need to teach him that.
He not no, he not diabetic. He had sickle cell. Ryan Clark got sickle cell.
Yeah, he does a show with Fred Taylor and Channing Crowder, doesn't he?
Yeah. Which I watched that show. I watched that podcast faithfully, y'all. They got some stuff on there that where you think about it like you can do,
Yeah, they went out to Grambling last year. They were at the spring game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched that. They were at the spring game. To me, Fred ain't never been given his due. Fred was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Fred Taylor, he was a Florida Gator, and then he was a Jacksonville Jaguar.
Frankie Davis asks, "What's your thoughts on Colorado recruiting so far?" Asking you, Mr. Ford.
I've been hearing about a lot of skill position players, and I heard maybe one or two linemen. I still think, I've given y'all the list. It's gonna be some smacking next year now. I still say they're not gonna stick with no UCLA, USC. They're not gonna beat Oregon. They're not gonna beat Washington. Definitely not gonna beat Utah. I believe they can beat Stanford. They can beat Cal Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know about Oregon State because they kind of ended up well this year, didn't they? Didn't Oregon State do well?
Yeah, Oregon State did good.
Did good. I don't really
did good
know,
this season.
because I don't think I saw Washington State. The only thing I remember about Washington State was one of their coaches sued or something and won some money.
Yeah, the old head coach Nick
Yeah.
Rolovich sued because he didn't want to take he was still debating, and he was still doing his research about the COVID vaccine, and he got fired because the school mandated them they had to take the vaccine. And so, you really can't really mandate anything like that, but they did it. From what okay. Said Oregon State had 10 wins this season. That's good. Fred Allen, thank you for the update. Said vitals are normal, but they putting a breathing tube in his throat. That's good for the update, man. Thank you. Yeah, I know I wouldn't. If something like this was going on, I didn't even know until y'all just said something about it. I was like, okay, this is not looking good. Yeah. Should even Carl Reed agree with me? They got to call this game. And I know a lot of people don't agree with Carl Reed sometimes, but you had to cancel this game, man. It wouldn't, and it don't do too much better anyway because both of them are going to the playoffs anyway. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. The one. Yeah, he is. He from Clemson with the. Okay, he from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Mr. Ford, you on there? I think he probably took a call. Where do you rank Shador Sanders all time as a SWAT QB? Do you have him top 10 all time? Let me answer this question right here. uh, with Shador, all time SWAT QB, I would put him in the top like 15, but I wouldn't put him in the top 10 all time. Because it's some dudes, it's some guys that was better than him, and of course he didn't play long enough because he only played for 2 years. But for those 2 years, he was at Jackson, like he pretty much he pretty much went he pretty much is like top 10 in passing yards as far as Jackson State passing yards and also in touchdowns. So um completion percentage. Um, so yeah, we he did, to me, yeah, he didn't play too long. Like he would have played 3 years in the swag, then it would be a whole different story, y'all. Um, but the only thing about it though is true that that is true. Nobody did not beat him in the SWAC for 2 straight years. He is 16-0 in the SWAC in the regular season. And then he won 2 SWAC championships. So I mean, I will put him in the top 10, top 5. No, I can't do top 5, but I put in top 10, yeah. Because I'm looking at it like if he was in the top 10, he would have eclipsed Robert Kent's passing record. And I say Mr. Campbell, nobody beat Grambling doing Devontae doing his Grambling run. Had Shador stayed at JSU, he would have thrown over 10,000 yards and 100 touchdowns in his third year. I wouldn't say 10,000 yards. You'd probably be like 9,000 yards. Because I don't think he got 4,000 yards this past season. I know he got 40 touchdowns. He would have got over 100 yards. He would have got over 100 touchdowns passing. He got 100. He would have had 100 touchdowns passing, but 10,000 yards, he'd have had to throw for like 4,500 yards to get 10,000. But he'd have been like Shador would have been a Jackson State great if he would have did that in 3 years. And then if he would have did that, then basically he'd have been gone. He'd have been gone from going to the NFL. As far as SWAC football, I mean, I can't like in the last 20, let's say in the last 20 years, I'm not putting him up there. I'm not putting him in top 5 with Bruce Eugene. I can't do that. Who is like Darnell Kennedy? Nah. Travaris Jackson? I don't know. Even Akil Glass? Mm, I don't know about that. Casey Terrio, he probably on that same level, but I don't think he would been up there like that. Yeah, we had games. Yeah, son, but we did have games. Uh Jackson State QBs back in the day in the late 90s, we didn't put up no really like 3,000 yard passing games years. We only put up, I think the most they had got like was like 2,900 yards, but like 25, 26, 27 touchdowns. Then you get Robert Kent come into the fold, and Buddy puts up like over 3,000 yards and like 30 some touchdowns. But he was kind of, y'all, everybody know about Robert King. He was erratic with the ball. Um,
His biggest problem was his offensive coordinator
was
left and went to Troy State.
Yeah.
He had a coach named Coach Shannon.
Uh-huh.
Shannon would have got him prepared to go to the NFL because Shannon was teaching him the fundamentals. But Shannon left and went to Troy State to be with Larry Blakeney, and that retarded his growth as a quarterback fundamentally.
Mm-hmm.
But if Shannon had stayed, he would have went to the NFL.
Yeah, he would have went to the NFL.
Yeah.
But like putting Shador up there with like a Bruce Eugene, nah, I can't do that.
Nah, Shannon. I'm not Shannon. Kent, I think, was unfortunate in that he was there when Bale got there, who was chaos and confusion.
Yep.
He was one of the worst ever. I think his name was James Bale. He was terrible. He and the AD, the guy that Mason brought in, were friends, and then he turned the program. The AD brought in Bale, and Bale set Jackson State back 10 years.
Yeah, that was last past happy time, and number was still similar. I mean, because Jackson State, I'm gonna say Jackson State football back in like say late 90s. You know about this? Like we had a running game, so
yeah.
With Destry Wright, you couldn't dude. My boy had over 1,600 yards, but it balanced out the passing with the running because you had to try to go, you had to pick your poison. Right. And then too, we ran somewhat of almost a run and shoot type offense, but during Big Daddy's time and Coach
he brought Shannon in. That's right.
Yeah, with Big Daddy Carson and Coach Hughes, that offense was more like complex because we could beat you in a shotgun. We could be up on the center. You could pass the ball. You had quarterbacks that was option players like TC. TC was an option quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So like to me, I mean, yeah, it was like Jackson State football was on a different wavelength when it comes to the offense. But yeah, Mr. Campbell, Steve McNair is number one always. Willie Titan up there, Doug Williams, Robert Kidd, Darnell Kennedy, Bruce Eugene. Shador is easily top 10. If he would have stayed one more year, yes, he would have been top 10. I'm saying that. I was just saying because he was only there for 2. If he was only there for 2, I wouldn't put him top 10. I'll put him a little bit outside of the top 10.
Y'all don't remember Burke, what's his name? John McKenzie, and one guy was named Sean. I can't think of what Sean's name was. He was kind of a big quarterback for Jackson, but they were 80s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Mr. Kimber might know who that is right there.
One boy was named Sean something. He came in, coached high school football in Atlanta. The other guy was named John McKenzie. McKenzie was he coached at Delaware State, and see, I remember them. They were the 80s. They were in the 80s. Because see, when I was in college, a lot of people don't know this. Jackson State ran the wishbone.
Yeah,
they ran. That was W.C. Gordon, and all his backs would always go to the NFL. That's when he had Coach Markham was his offensive coordinator. They run the wishbone.
Mr. Campbell said it was McKenzie, Boyd, and then Gregory.
That's right. That's them. Boyd and Gregory. That's right. Them boys could throw it too now.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like you just said, they had a running attack back then. It was run first, and then they would run to throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I remember them guys. John McKenzie, Boyd, that other one, that last one he called out. He came over here to coach in Atlanta. I remember meeting him. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at it to like, yeah, looking at it, it was high flying and stuff like that, but like Big Daddy was the type of person he would rather ground and pound you to death if he had to.
Yeah, what made Big Daddy bring the run and shoot to Jackson was FAMU came out there in 98 with a boy named Pat Bonner. And Pat Bonner burnt them out there in the veterans. I think he went for like 49 or 50 to nothing. And after that, Big Daddy said, he told the people at Jackson, we got to get the same thing Fam got. He brought in a white coach, offensive coordinator named Coach Shannon, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Shannon had Kent. And he was grooming Kent, like I said, for the NFL, but he left. He stayed maybe 2 years, and then he went to Troy State with Larry Blakeney. But the reason that Big Daddy embraced that run and shoot offense was because of FAMU. Billy Joe called it the Gulf Coast offense. He brought that boy was named Pat. Pat Bonner had transferred in to FAMU from Temple. Yeah, he was from Temple. Yeah, because it actually was Mike. It was him, Mike Moran. Mike was from Atlanta. He went to Southwest DeKalb. It was a boy named Jose Laureano. Jose was from North Carolina State.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out when they started the season. Mike started, then they went to Jose, and then when they came out the veterans, they started Pat, and Pat never went to the bench after that. He bombed.
I was at that game too.
Yeah, man, he bombed Jackson. That game was on BET. He bombed Jackson out, man.
I promise you, I was literally at that game.
Yeah, after that game, Big Daddy told the people we got to get the same thing Fam got. And that's when he went and got Shannon.
And then we had Mark Washington.
Yeah, I remember Mark. Yeah.
Mark Washington. He wasn't that mobile type quarterback, so he couldn't really do too much as far as the option goes.
Yeah.
What Big Daddy wanted to do, because he wanted the offense to be eccentric and eclectic. But he had a big arm. So
yeah, he was from Texas, right? Was he from Texas?
Yeah, he from San Antonio.
That's right, San Antonio. That's right.
So, so he had a big arm. That was the main thing about it. And then, of course, you got TC. TC was the option quarterback. TC was the left-handed option quarterback. The way he used to run the ball, like, he had a big stride. He used to have a big stride, and it was easy for him to actually, run the ball. But he was TC was iffy about the passing. I remember Mark's brother, man. He was cool though. He was cool, like he was real cool. Like, cause I ain't really, when I was there, I really had too many people to hang out that was from Texas, so unless you was from Dallas. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, Mike Washington. Yeah, that's my man. I ain't seen him since. I ain't seen him in a minute. I ain't seen him in years. But yeah, TC was the option quarterback. He couldn't really. He was hesitant about throwing the ball, but he could run the ball. That's the reason why they made him into a receiver, because they had a playmaker in Robert Kent right behind him.
Yeah. Kent was like 6'5", wasn't he?
Kent was 6'5".
I remember him.
Kent was from Indianola Gentry. Gentry
Yeah,
High School. Before all them though, when I was there, it was Graylin Pratt. Graylin Pratt
yeah.
was
He was
3 years
from up
old.
north. Wasn't he
Uh
from
huh.
up north?
Yeah, he's from
Michigan?
Michigan.
Michigan, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all had a big defensive end came down from Flint. He eventually went to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Fernando?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
so yeah, Graylin Pratt, like they ran some, like I said, they still ran some sort of run and shoot
yeah,
type system with him too.
yeah,
Um Graylin was accurate. Mark had the big arm, had the big arm. TC had the mobility, and Robert Kent down there had everything from those other quarterbacks all rolled into one.
yeah. That's Sylvester Morris them years, right?
uh, so yeah, Sylvester Morris was with
Sylvester Morris. Yeah,
Robert Kent didn't play. He didn't play quarterback in 2000. That was Mark Washington's last year.
it wasn't it a kid named Daniel Lewis.
Daniel Guy, he was a
Daniel
receiver.
Guy. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Daniel Guy was was one of the
yeah,
receivers. Tim
yeah. I
Manning was
remember.
a
Yeah,
receiver.
yeah. I remember Manning.
Uh, like I said, Sylvester Morris, and
Yeah,
then before that, it was Corey Bradford.
How about Lawrence Story?
Lawrence Story, yep, I remember Lawrence Story.
About 6'5", 6'6", or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah,
Yeah, Lawrence Story, like you just threw the ball up to him, he was gonna get it.
yeah. Now Lawrence went to the NFL.
Lawrence went to the NFL, and I think he got let go in preseason.
Okay, yeah, I remember him. Lawrence and them used to show out up in Memphis against Tennessee State.
Oh yeah, because it was nobody that could guard him.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it was funny, y'all. It was funny. I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I was at school in the late 90s, I thought Lawrence played basketball on the real. I thought Rashard Edison played at the same time too.
yeah. I remember Rashad.
I thought Lawrence played basketball because of his build and how tall he was, until I seen him on the damn football field mossing somebody in the end zone, and realized that he was the other receiver to Sylvester
Yeah,
and see, they did so if you really think about it, Jackson State football, like it evolved, it was an evolution behind it. It evolved around when you seen the receivers, like I said, a Daniel Guy, a Tim Manning, a Lawrence Story, Sylvester Morris, a Corey Bradford, and then you go with the running backs of Destry Wright, Damian Ducksworth,
yeah,
Nathan McLaurin, Tanaka Counselor.
yeah. I remember Tanaka.
Like
this is what was that, the 90s? What years was that?
So Tanaka and McLaurin was in the 2000s. Sylvester, all of those guys was like 99s, not like in the late 90s, 98, 99 season.
Yeah, I was starting to figure out, was Pete Richardson in the conference then? He was.
Oh yeah, Pete was super strong in the conference at that time.
I remember, Pete, I was there because I think Pete came in the conference, what, 93 or 94?
Pete came in 93.
Yeah.
Pete came in 93 because that was the first time I started watching the Bayou Classic.
Yeah.
And that's when the first time I seen Pete Richardson. I forgot the name of the defense that he had at Southern when he came.
Yep. The
dog day defense.
Dog day defense. That's right.
Dog day defense, and then he had the racehorse offense.
Yep. Sometimes they call it the hobo offense. That was that guy was from Florida State. That was his offense coordinator. His name was Mark Orlando. He was a little short guy. Yeah. He had Johnny Cole on that staff. Fred Keiss. Mark Orlando. I think the guy that's now with Dooley, he was the offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
Nivens or something, because I think Nivens is from Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a staff out this world, man. They had some battle. Listen, Pete and Big Dad had some battles with Pete because they didn't want Pete to take over the SWAC because they felt, like you said, they saw him as an outsider and they didn't want him to take over the SWAC, but he took it
Nope.
anyway.
He took it anyway.
Yes, he
And
did, boy.
if
He
it wasn't
embarrassed
if
Coach
it wasn't
Robertson.
Southern, if it
Huh?
wasn't Southern, it was Grambling. If it wasn't Grambling, it was Jackson State. Those were
Yeah,
the top three teams in the conference that was doing work.
yeah, man. That because I remember two. I'm trying to think. Was that 93 or 94? It was a classic battle between Grambling and Alcorn with Steve McNair down at Grambling.
Yeah.
And Grambling had a big quarterback too. He went in the league for a minute. He was coaching at Arkansas Pine Bluff. He was on Favre's staff as a quarterback coach. I just can't think his name. His last job was with Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Okay.
He went to the Baltimore Ravens. So, but him and McNair had it out down there in Grambling, man.
Oh yeah.
They had it out.
Yeah.
That thing is on YouTube right now.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I watched that one on YouTube. I was like, yeah, Steve McNair. I tell man, Steve McNair was on.
Oh man, he was
on
a
another
dude,
level,
man.
y'all.
Yes, he was, man. From his freshman year on, he was a different dude, man. They were Mount Olive, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
They were from. I saw his brother. Matter of fact, his brother, when he was at Alcorn, they took Grambling out the Los Angeles Coliseum. The quarterback for Grambling was named Clemente Gordon. He was from the Atlanta area, but they went to the LA Coliseum.
Yeah, so Sonny Boom put Harold and Jimmy in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, they need to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what Harold Jackson did as a head coach of Jackson State. He needs to be in the NFL Hall of Fame.
And don't y'all now y'all ain't forgotten Verlin Biggs. Is he in the NFL Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't know.
Verlin Biggs went to the Super Bowl twice. He went first with Joe Namath, and then he went again with the Washington Redskins. They lost to
come out. What school did he go to?
Jackson State.
Oh no, we only got the 4. We only got the big 4.
Yeah, I'm saying, but Verlin should be in there too. Somebody need to look up Verlin Biggs. Verlin played with the Over the Hill gang, and he played with Joe Namath.
Yeah, the big 3, the big 3 in the 90s. Yeah, Sonny Boom was either Grambling, Southern, or Jackson State.
Yeah,
Alcorn ran it for Alcorn was a solid second. Years with Steve McNair was at the helm.
Yeah, that's Cardell Jones in there.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, the defense coordinator was from Jackson. His name was Mario Kirksey.
Mm-hmm.
He was from Jackson. He was a graduate of Jackson. He was a defense coordinator.
Let's see what. I think the thing about Sanders that people are forgetting is his accuracy. He's probably the most accurate quarterback I've seen in HBCU football in a long time. That is true.
Yeah, he was a heady quarterback. One thing he did when he came to the line of scrimmage, if he saw them safeties down in that box, he knew where to go with the ball before the ball was ever snapped. He read that. He could read a defense. That's one thing he could do.
Yes, Shedeur could read the defense.
Yeah, he could read a defense, man. But I'm like you. I thought, and he's going to be mad about it later on down the road. They pulled him out of Jackson prematurely. They pulled him out. It's like a 9th and a 10th grade year, and then you're going to try to say he's all-time great? That don't work.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get a chance to play his 11th and 12th grade year.
Yeah, so, man. Yeah. So, talking about these lesser schools hate the big 3. They do hate the big 3. Like Pine Bluff can't get up in there because they had only a couple of years where they was actually winning, but it was it's sporadic. Then you got Alabama A&M. I mean, the Alabama A&M did have a tradition of going to the SWAC championship game. They was dominant in the East Division for a little bit.
They were.
Alabama State, when it came down to it, they had the offense, but they couldn't turn around with the defense. They couldn't get it done, especially if you got a Tavares Jacket as your quarterback.
Now they did when Charlie Coden won it one year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did win it one year.
Yeah. And
And that
LC,
was
did
but
LC ever go to the SWAC championship? Did
who?
LC Cole ever go?
That's Alabama State, right?
Remember LC Cole that been up at Tennessee State? Did he
Uh,
ever go to the?
I had
He didn't go. Okay,
I had to look at it.
because I think LC is the one that brought Tavares Jackson back from Arkansas.
Yeah, and then you got Valley. You know, they don't like Valley, but Valley's been on the downside for the longest because they don't have all the necessary things that they need.
Yeah,
Also you got Prairie View, because remember Prairie View before the late 80s, the mid late 80s, they was on the downswing too.
and I remember they went. Yeah, remember when they took all the scholarship, they
They
lost
took all
games
the
for like
scholarships
5 or
away.
6 years in a row.
Yeah, they took all the scholarships away.
Yeah.
Once they took the scholarships away, they couldn't do it. They pretty
They
much
couldn't
playing
do
as an
nothing.
intramural club team.
Yeah, that guy Frazier brought him back. Remember Coach Frazier? He's up at Virginia State now.
Yeah.
Henry Frazier, he brought him back. And after Henry left, I think they got Heisman Norman,
Yep.
Northern, and then after that it was Willie Simmons.
Willie Simmons.
Yeah. Now you know one of their boys, one of Willie Simmons' boys at Prairie View, he's with the Falcons. His name is Kadarius Hodge or something like that.
Yeah, Kadarius Hodge.
Yeah, and the other one's name is Quentin Bayer. Quentin's a linebacker or defensive end or something.
Yep.
It's 2 boys on the Falcons right now from Prairie View.
Yeah, and when they PV, yeah, he said Coach Frazier brought PV back once they decided to commit to football. That is true.
Yeah, Henry
They
Frazier.
wasn't really committed to football because they were just trying to commit to the academic side.
Yeah, I think Frazier had a PhD or something, didn't he? Didn't he have a PhD?
Yep.
Because he left Prairie View and went to North Carolina Central.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some issues up there with his wife, and the people got rid of him.
And then he's over at Virginia State.
He got the job at Virginia State now. He was a good coach.
Dr. Henry Frazier III.
Dr. Henry Frazier, yeah. I remember Dr. Frazier. He was tough at Prairie View. He was tough at Virginia. I mean, at Central. Because actually Jerry Mack came in and replaced him at Central. That's TC and them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Texas Southern is sporadic because you know most people say it about basketball, but with Texas Southern, basketball didn't come up until like probably about the last 10 years.
But I really don't think they care about football at Texas Southern.
I think some do. I think the alums do. I think the student body don't.
And I don't think Granger and them do either. Because I really don't believe Granger knows how to run an outstanding football program. Because let me tell you something, Texas Southern spending over $12 million in athletics. You spending $12 million, you're supposed to be at least top 3 or top 4 in the SWAC. Because ain't nobody close to that. Now, most of them schools in the SWAC is spending $4 and $5 million on athletics. These folks spending $12 million. Prairie View at one time was spending $19 million.
And you see the reason why they got all the stuff that they got. So,
yeah.
But
I just don't know.
But I like today's show. Probably gonna do another show on maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Probably either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll probably do a Wednesday. See how this do. But again, first thing first, like I said, the channel is monetized. As y'all see the wife in the chat, she said smash the like button and subscribe. Smash the like and subscribe button. Make sure you comment on the show. Make sure you share it with your people. So now, after this, I am going to be moving to a membership. You know what I'm saying? Membership. I won't say chat, but a membership channel where you pay a membership. Like I said, the membership is only going to be $4.99 a month. I'm not going to hit nobody over the head with the outrageous prices. So you'll get the membership perks of everything that I got coming up. And you'll know what's coming up, when it's coming up. It should have, I think I should see a join button for the membership. So I'm checking it right now.
And Doc, I want to check Texas Southern and Southern before I go to check to see who won the Texas Southern basketball game tonight.
Okay, I can do that. I can do
That's
that.
the me, and I want to see who that because I think them going to be the two best. Probably. Well, I guess you can't forget Alcorn, but
I can
that's
check that.
yeah. See who won that Texas Southern basketball game.
Let's see. We got swag. It is tied up right now. 63, 21 seconds left in the second half.
Oh, so they battling.
Yep.
Yeah, Johnny Jones, the guy at Texas Southern, he played at LSU. He coached at LSU. Sean Woods at Southern, he was trained by Rick Pitino. He was a member of the Miracle Shot by Christian Laettner.
Yep.
He was on the floor. Sean Woods was on the floor when that happened. He's out of Kentucky.
Okay. Oh, so it men's SWAC basketball action, like I said, is tied up 63 all in the second half with Texas Southern and Southern. Earlier tonight, Jackson State beats Alcorn on a buzzer beater. That's what I've seen on Twitter, y'all.
Right.
67-66 down there on the reservation.
Okay.
Alabama State tops Valley 70-61.
Okay.
That game was played in Montgomery.
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman with the victory over FAMU.
Ooh, was that at Bethune or FAM?
That was at FAM tonight.
Ooh.
67-59. That's a big win for Bethune.
Reggie Fields.
That's 5. Bethune is actually 5-9 right now. Alabama A&M with a big victory over Pine Bluff, 66-59. And Prairie View squeaks out a win against Grambling, 61-60. This game was played down at Prairie View tonight.
Because Grambling been rolling, man.
Oh, yeah.
Grambling, they done beat some Power 5 schools.
Oh, yeah. My boy Dave is in here. He said North Carolina A&T, as far as basketball goes, they're being competitive in the Colonial.
And the girls. Don't forget the girls.
Yeah, the women they balling too. So
they balling too.
We ain't gonna. I ain't never gonna forget about that, y'all. So the women is balling. So, they play to Wednesday against College of Charleston.
Okay.
They're playing in Greensboro too.
Ooh. I wonder if the students are back.
They should be back sometime this week. College of Charleston is 14-1 and number 20 and ranked 23rd in the nation.
Well, that's an AL. That's an AL, bro.
We'll see. Yeah, my whole thing is, they said he said the students are back. So
that's gonna be a pack out. You said College of Charleston comes to
Greensboro, East Greensboro.
That's gonna be a pack house. That's gonna be a pack house.
Let's see what we got in the MEAC. Tonight's game in the MEAC, Maryland Eastern Shore beats St. Mary's, Maryland, 87-56. So that was the only game that was tonight. Tomorrow night is North Carolina Central against Toccoa Falls. I don't know what school
that's in Georgia. Toccoa Falls is in Georgia.
Okay.
That's a place called that's Stevens County. The town is Toccoa, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they'll be playing on Tuesday and Wednesday. The rest of the MEAC will be playing. Let's look at the Ohio Valley because that's Tennessee State.
Yeah.
They played Saturday. They beat Arkansas Little Rock 94-69.
That's a big win for them.
Yep, they are 9-6 in Ohio Valley.
Okay, that's good for them.
So you're talking about a Tennessee State team that's up there.
Yeah.
That is up there. So they're more likely they'll make a big push for the tournament too. So they trying to make that big push for the tournament. I
Yeah,
think
because
they'll
they
get in
kind of
there.
like the black schools. They if you don't win the tournament, you can't come to that NCAA tournament. You
Now
have to win that
now
tournament.
if they win a conference tournament, they'll be up in there. But if
Yeah,
let's say they are a real close second in the conference, then I think they'll get an automatic bid because the Ohio Valley do have more than like I think they got uh 12 teams in the conference.
yeah, I think so. Because they having some problems. They talking about merging the Ohio Valley with was it the Southland or
Big
maybe
South.
yeah the Big South. That's right. Yeah, because a lot of folks got out of the OVC and went ASUN, I think.
Edwin Moore said that Texas Southern and Southern is in overtime now.
Oh, okay. So they battling. That's two of the best programs in the SWAC for us back. Because now we don't want to admit it, but SWAC basketball, we got to get it off the floor.
I think so. I think with I'm gonna say it like this, Mr. Ford. I
uh,
think with the wins against some of these Power Five schools that
right,
you seen happen, especially Grambling with their wins and I think Prairie View and Texas Southern, because Texas Southern goes on a barnstorming tour all the time right before conference play.
right,
That's how they get strong enough to actually when they go to the conference play, they know what they're doing, and then they could get to the NCAA tournament because most of the time you think they're going to win the conference anyway.
right.
But I'm thinking of like they're coming up. They're coming up. They're getting to the point where it's not. You're not going to beat us. You're not going to beat the brakes off of us. We can't actually beat you.
Yeah, I just want Dr. McClellan them to make it more of a, make it put some importance on it. And the other thing I want to do is we got to get good basketball coaches in the conference.
Right.
We got to do that. I was so happy that the guy went to Jackson, Mo Williams. I thought that was good. I like Sean Woods down at Southern. I like Johnny Jones at Texas Southern. I like the guy at Grambling. I like the guy at not Prairie View. The guy, yeah, I like the guy at Prairie View, but I like the guy that's at Alcorn. They went
Mm-hmm.
and got the guy who was an assistant coach at Memphis State. He's at Alabama State.
Mm.
Don't know too much about the guy at Alabama A&M. The guy at FAMU, I know that he was once at Oregon. Everybody knows Reggie. When I was in high school, man, Reggie Theus was a star on the UNLV running rail, so everybody knows him now. But I want to see our basketball come up.
Yeah. So yeah, Dave. I think if it's is this the first home game for A&T? The first home conference game. Yeah, it should be lit. Y'all should pack out that
Yeah,
arena.
they pack it out. That's called the Corbett Center, the Corbett Arena. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna pack that out. They're gonna pack it out.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, I've been to a game at A&T, man. They do it. They call it Club Corbett or something, but they do it up, man. They do it up at in Greensboro.
yeah, if it's tonight's game, man, they need to. They said Club Corbett. Yeah, I heard about that. Now I heard
Yeah,
that.
man, they
I
something
heard
else
about
up
that.
there. I've seen them go against Central. That boy at Central is tough. LaVale Moulton, man, that guy's good, man. And when they clash when Central and A&T clash,
Mm-hmm.
that's a biggie, man. That's 8,000 people, man. That's big for a black college game.
Man.
Yeah.
So we need to get back out, especially we need to get back out to these basketball games too,
Yeah,
y'all.
man. We gotta bring our basketball up.
Since school is back in session for all the students, that's something that we need to do. We need to go out there and pack these games. Like I said, this Thursday I will be over. I'm gonna try to make my way over to Paul Quinn and shoot some content over there and see what I can do. And
Now, what conference is Paul Quinn in now? They independent?
Paul Quinn is in the if I'm
That's
not
NAIA.
yeah, NAIA now.
Yeah,
I think they're
NAIA.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Sooner Athletic Conference.
yeah. Because at one time, that's the only associate. The NCAA wouldn't accept us. The only somebody that would accept us was the NAIA.
Mm.
That was the only one. So that's why I was wondering if they. 'Cause I think back in the '80s, I think Alabama State might have been NAIA basketball wise.
Mm.
I'd have to go back and look that stuff up. Yeah. Because for many years, most of the black schools had to go NAIA. We couldn't get in that NCAA. They wouldn't have us. Yeah. Well, listen, Doc, let me go and get in this bed,
Oh
man.
yeah, I know. I will get ready to cut. Still trying to figure out let everybody know what's going on. I don't have a call-in number S class. I usually go on. I usually uh put a link out there so people can hop on the stream and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do this again next week. The HBCU OverDrive first take. So we gonna try to do this again next week. But I'm going to show y'all. I'm gonna share this screen and show everybody what I'm talking about as far as what with the membership perks and stuff. So if you see it, let me take this banner off. So if y'all see it on the screen, I do have it to where you can join. So you can join the channel. And basically, once you join the channel, you'll get your loyalty badges and stuff like that. And then like I said, I put it in the chat where this is $4.99 a month. So I'm not gonna beat nobody over the head. So if you are a loyal subscriber to the channel, all you have to do is just hit the join button and basically, $4.99 a month, and you can do a recurring payment, cancel at any time. And I might update the perks, but I will let people know when I update that. So if you want to go ahead and join the channel, hey, be my guest and join the channel, man. Because like I said, we on to something new. This is something new that we doing, and this is something new that we're doing, and I'm all for it. And I'm all for it, y'all. So I'm gonna remove that right there. Stop sharing. So yeah. Mr. Ford just he out. He has to. I think he gotta go to school in the month. He's out for the night. But yeah, like if you want to, man. I mean, it would be much obliged if y'all join the channel and get everything. Y'all even know when I will go online, when I will go live. Y'all would be the first ones to know when I go live and stuff like that. So y'all got. I mean, look, we gonna have perks, and I'm telling you, I'm doing everything. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff since I got the channel monetized. So, we doing, like I said, we gonna do the damn thing, y'all. But, like I said, like we're gonna congratulations to 1,000 subscribers. We are almost at 1,200 right now, and our goal for the next say month and a half will be to be at 1,500 subscribers. And then by the time let's say March or April, we'll get to 2,000 subscribers. And so I'm trying to build a channel that way to where it's, what I'm saying, it's sustainable. What about one-time yearly payment of $60? If you want to do the one-time payment of $60, I'll do it. But if you want to, like, if you want to do it on join the channel, or you want to put in on a um cash app, cash app right there. All right. Uh A&T's press conference for the new football coach Wednesday. We'll hit that up right there. We'll hit that up right there. Like I said, I cover everything. I don't just cover swag, I cover everything. But if you want to do a one-time yearly payment, I'm gonna see what I can do with that. Most of the time, it just monthly, but I see what I could do with that. Um, but let for like I said, for those that's on, is Cash App the only method for payment? No, I just Keish, I just did a if you're on a computer right now, um if you're on a computer right now, I just show how we can you can share you can join the page. So you can join the page, the channel, do it on the web on your laptop if you're on the laptop. So I do have Cash App, do have Zelle. I don't have Venmo, um but yeah, that's pretty much what we have right there. That's how you can join, right? Like I said, you can join right here, and then let me exit out of the full screen. Yeah, you. Thank you, thank you. Keish has become member, the first paying member of the channel, y'all. Russell, look, I told you I cover everything. You know me. I cover MEAC swag. Don't matter. I'll cover everything. Uh, Special shout out to Keish. Yes, you are the first member. You are the first YouTube member for the channel. Uh, the wife is in the chat talking about welcome. But yeah, that's how we do it. Um, but like I said, you'll know, join the channel and you get your loyalty badge. And like I said, you got member shout outs, member only live chats, priority reply to comments, early access to new videos, exclusive members only videos. So yeah, you have all that stuff for $4.99 a month. Like I said, I don't want to hit nobody over the head with no $10.99 or $14.99. Now, if it gets bigger, then that's when I start going up. Now I say like real high, but I will go up. But for right now, it's just $4.99. I'm trying to start off. I try to start off small, and people will get it. DeJuan Jameson, thank you for coming a new member. Thank you for coming a new member. I thank you, y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Sonny Boone, new member. So you got your green. You got your badge. You have your badge on the side, and hey, it's like I said, we doing the damn thing here, y'all. So you have your badge on the side. Your name will show up green in the chat, and you know, yep. White said, "Welcome, Sonny Boom." Yep. So those that want to become a member, you can become a member, or you don't have to be. And if you don't want to become a member, you still want to be. You still want to subscribe to the channel. You are more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. I'm not. I'm not excluding anybody out of this because this is something that we've been working on for the longest right here. So yes, it is. Jack State is always in the house, y'all. So those are my first three members, and then basically whoever wants, like when we get down to the nitty gritty, man. Look, you gonna see everything. We gonna see everything. So big ups to everybody. She said, "Y'all elite now." I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it in her voice. Y'all elite, and y'all elite now. Look at y'all. Okay. That's how my sound. That's how my wife sounds. Besides the she ain't gonna have no man voice. Okay. Look at y'all now. Y'all so elite now. That's how she gonna sound, y'all. That's how she sound. That's how she go. That's how she will say it, y'all. She will say it just like that. She was said. She was said just like that. But I still love her. I still love her. If you're on your phone, I think you could do it on your phone too. You could join on your phone, and or you have to go on. You have to use your web browser on your phone to do the membership thing. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody for joining. That's been new subscribers. I appreciate the new members on here. Hopefully y'all get everybody that's on here that can actually go ahead and become members. Let them know what we doing now. All right, man. All right, T. I got you, man. Um, but other than that, y'all, um, what are we gonna do is um we gonna say a prayer for uh Damar Hamlin. Uh hey, the one she know y'all in here, she know you in here heavy, man. She already know Jack State is in here heavy. So um but let me get back to it. But yeah, we're gonna say a prayer for Damar Hamlin. Man, hopefully that he'll be able to come up out of this. I want to say unscathed, but in good condition, great condition. Um uh we pretty much want him to be able to, if he got a family, to be able to see his family, be with his family. Hopefully nothing goes wrong throughout the night. Hopefully he'll be able to breathe on his own again. But y'all, man, look, prayers up for Mr. Hamlin, y'all. Prayers up for Damar Hamlin. Like I said, it's something that he needs right now, and everybody that's on here is they praying for him right now. Um, but yeah, that's cool. That's real good. We need to get prayers up to him. Good thing that they did postpone, cancel this game right here because even though football is a sport, you only got one life to live, y'all. And I'm just saying, just like that, you only got one life to live. And if you don't understand that logic right there, I wouldn't know what to tell you, y'all. I wouldn't know what to tell you. What up, Marion Fuller? What's up, man? What's up? Oh, hey, if you want to become a member, become a paying member. We got memberships going on now. Make sure you join. Make sure you join. Make sure you join. Membership is $4.99 now. Membership for the chat. I mean for the channel is $4.99. Um, so just let everybody know. Just let everybody know. Look, $4.99 membership for the channel. That's every month. Get perks and everything. Life is a vapor. Yes, it is. Oh wow. Texas Southern with the win, 77-76 in overtime. Man, that's crazy, dog. That is crazy. Yep. Membership is only $4.99. $4.99. Man. But yeah. Um, so always, as always, um, get back to my shout outs and announcements, man. Look, I ain't did this in a minute. Shout out to my wife. Like I said, she's in the chat. I'm surprised she's still up right now, but she's in the chat. Um, she's been on me heavy about doing this. And she is more than proud of me. What this has been, what I've done, and what this has become. Um, some people didn't have too much faith in it, but I did, and she did, and so we just trying, we do what we do. We do what we can do. And like I said, with this, all the stuff that you do, if when you become a member and the donations and stuff like that, all this goes towards the channel. This doesn't it doesn't necessarily sit in my pocket. This goes towards the channel. This is going towards like trying to get a camera. This is going towards trying to get a soundboard. And I'm proud of you too, babe. This is going towards getting a new microphone. This is going towards getting new lighting. I'm doing all of this, to better the channel. This is to better the channel, y'all. That's it. That's all. A lot of people might not be cool with it, but I'm cool with it because this is another source of income that I have right here, and I'm not gonna change it for nothing. Um. Let's see. Um. Crazy thing is, I'm a big 3-6 Mafia fan, and to hear about Gangsta Boo passing away, that sucks right there, man. Because I used to listen to them and her in heavy rotation on, on tape player, CD, whatever it was. That I had that on heavy rotation. Um, Prayers for her and her family, right? What her family going through. Um, yeah, it sucks to hear about that uh at such a young age. And I want to say young age, like 20s, 30s, like she's same age as me. And she's older than me by 2 months. But yeah, man, we gotta take care of ourselves. We gotta y'all see what my wife says. I'm gonna tell y'all what she said, y'all. Eventually, we will get to a point where we will be able to sponsor student athletes. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? That's what we trying to get to. We want to sponsor student athletes. That that's her biggest goal right there. My biggest goal is just to make sure the channel is on and popping. Her biggest goal is she wants to sponsor these student athletes. And we gonna get there, y'all. We gonna get there. But like I said, if you want to donate, you can donate to Cash App. You can Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. If you want to become a member, $4.99 a month on the membership. That's all you have to do. If you don't feel right with it, you can cancel at any time. You can cancel at any time. But as always, man, um, look, I hope everybody had a great New Year's. I hope everybody had a great Monday, first Monday of the new year. I hope everybody has a great week for the New Year's. And as always, you will, if you see me on here, you already know what it's all about. This is your boy Doc Holiday, and has been another HBCU OverDrive live stream. As always, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment on the stream. Make sure you share this with your people, and most of all, subscribe. Also, if hit that join button to become a member of the hottest HBCU podcast that's on YouTube, Facebook Live, and on Twitter. Hey man, we doing it big here. But between time, y'all be blessed, y'all stay safe, and y'all stay dangerous. We out of here. Peace.